100%, this car is perfect when you want to get it from point A to point B in a safe and reasonable fashion. But it's just not as memorable, is the thing. Nissan didn't try and go all out to make this car something that's really cool and something unforgettable. It's just there and it feels pretty forgettable when you want to drive a car like this. 2023 Nissan Qashqai SV with all-wheel drive. This is the mid-sized SUV that I'm going to be reviewing for you guys today. And some quick specs about this one. This is going to be powered by a 2-liter inline-4 pushing around 147 horsepower and the same number of pound-feet of torque. And this is what our key looks like. We're going to do a quick little cold start. Very, very quiet. This thing does have the CVT transmission, which does have some mixed reviews about the car. But forgive me, it's raining, we're beside the highway. But this is what the car looks like. Nothing too crazy, very simple design, almost slightly forgettable almost, like nothing crazy. I feel like Nissan should have made it a little bit more out there with the design aspect of this one at least. But let's hop inside and see what the trunk space of this bad boy looks like. Again, this thing is all-wheel drive, it's a mid-size SUV. This amount of trunk space, and you get your spare tire down here. I low-key was expecting a little bit more, but it's a Qashqai, so I don't feel like this one has the best options out there. But again, hopping inside, cloth seats all around, basic cup holders, some very, very simple stuff. Not much going on in the back. So your vents are over here, stitched leather, and just textured plastic going all around the rest of the way, to be honest. And hopping into the front of this vehicle, it is push to start, so that is nice. Foot on the brake, start. Very nice flat bottom steering wheel. The thing is, I really love the Altima and the Maxima. This one doesn't feel like them. Like it doesn't. The Altima and the Maxima had a little bit of extra oomph. Like they tried to put some nice little trims in there. This one just seems very basic and very, very simple. It's like they try to like child-proof this thing to the point that even if you had kids trying to play around with anything, nothing would be messed up. But again, decent sized screen with pretty decent response rate, like nothing crazy, but not the fastest thing out there. But we also do have a backup camera, not high definition, but it gets the job done. Your climate controls are over here, window controls over here. The problem I have with this one the most is if I want to access stuff, it's all the way down here. Like from a driving position, I have to kind of go a little bit lower down to access, let's say, my sport mode, my eco mode, my all-wheel drive mode, my heated steering wheel. Like all this stuff is down here. I don't know why they decided to make it so low down when they could have like snuck some of the stuff on this area basically. But again, a bit of storage over here, and you also get your heated and ventilated seats, and also a tiny little moonroof, which is not bad. Put this thing in drive, put it in sport mode. The CVT transmission should be a little bit more aggressive, and the full 147 horsepower should make it pretty decent. But this is our steering wheel. We're gonna take it onto the highway and see how she handles. But overall, let's not judge this car too harshly. It is basically a mid-sized SUV that is just meant to get you from point A to point B with the occasional people or groceries in the back. Nothing more, nothing less. That's basically what this car has been made for. But I will try to see how much, not fun you can have in this, but how practical this car can be, because 100%, it's going to be practical 100%. But let's see how versatile the car can be if you really need it to pick up and go on a dime. If you need it to take off-roading, of course no one's going to be taking this car off-roading. That's never going to happen. But it's just nice to see what the car has in store for us. Of course, it does have blind spot monitoring, heated seats, and lane keep assist. CVT transmission actually makes the power delivery very, very smooth, but again, it's like 147 horsepower, so you cannot be not smooth with 147 horsepower. Handling wise, the suspension is actually pretty comfy, feels very standard. Like nothing crazy, nothing out of this world, but just simple. It does the job well. Sport mode, the throttle is a little bit more responsive. I can feel that with every little thing, because I see the RPMs going higher than they usually would if I wasn't in sport mode. But of course, we're gonna take it on the highway, see how well the insulation is and how enjoyable it is to drive a car like this. If you're not gonna try and go the performance, or let's just go for a guy who just wants to keep it in sport mode and not go too crazy on the acceleration and just wants to get from point A to point B, enjoy the car, and maybe put on some music. Let's see how well our speakers sound actually. Let us go into FM radio.
A little bit of rain today.
It's not too bad. Like, it's not Bose or anything. There's no name on the speakers, so it just feels like it's there. But hey, it has auto hold as well, so that is nice. That's pretty much most of like the interior features of this car almost. Not much really going on. So we are kind of forced to focus on the driving and the ride quality of this car, because there's nothing else to take your mind off. There's no wood interior for you to look at least for this model. I'm pretty sure you can option it out. The seats are comfy enough, nothing extravagant, nothing crazy, like very normal feeling. But let's see how we can merge onto this highway going 50 and up. And since we're now on the highway, we're gonna get our cruise control ready. And set at 85 kilometers an hour. So it has lane keep assist, drive assist as well, so the steering wheel should turn a little bit by itself. And also have adaptive cruise control. I want to see how well it brakes. Of course, my foot's going to cover the brake in case the braking is not as smooth or as quick as I'd like it to be. But we'll see how this car will brake and slow down if need be. But for the time being, we're doing good. It's doing well. Noise quality, let's take it out of sport mode actually. Noise quality, okay, yeah, I know. Noise quality and the way I hear the wind passing by me. Like, it is fairly average. Like, it's just decent insulation. Like, it doesn't... Okay, so the way I picture this car is that it's not specifically for one kind of driver. The way I see it, it's for a small, tiny family that doesn't want anything too expensive, because this is pretty affordable for most people. And yes, I can feel the way this thing brakes. It brakes really smoothly, so it has a really good adaptive cruise control. But the way I see it, this car is for a small family, or for the guy who wants pretty decent insurance, pretty good gas mileage, doesn't care about looks or performance, doesn't really care much about the interior or the luxury of the vehicle, just wants it for getting from point A to point B, and is semi-reliable most of the time. I've heard some horror stories about the CVT transmission, but again, every car has its moments where it does need some maintenance, so we're not gonna trash on Nissan for not having the best 10 out of 10 reliable vehicle out there. But overall, it's just a very simple vehicle that does its job pretty well. It's meant just to be a family car. It's not supposed to be on the highway going high speeds. It's supposed to be in the far right lane where it won't bother as many people. It's just, unfortunately to say it, it's so simple and so good at what it does, being like a perfect commuter car, it becomes unforgettable. It becomes very forgettable to say. There's nothing that stands out about this car. Nothing about performance, nothing about looks, nothing about ride quality. Again, ride quality is smooth for a standard SUV, 100%. The safety features are pretty nice, but they're not groundbreaking. Everything about this car is it trying to play it safe. Nissan didn't try and go all out to make this car something that's really cool and something unforgettable. It's just there and it feels pretty forgettable when you want to drive a car like this. Perfect for day-to-day car like stuff, 100%. This car is perfect when you want to get it from point A to point B in a safe and reasonable fashion. But it's just not as memorable is the thing. There's nothing that jumps out about this car besides the fact that it does everything pretty decently and fairly well. That's it. That is pretty much all I have to say about a car like this. Again, of course you can spec it out to the highest trim and get to leather and all the stuff. For this specific trim with the cloth seats and all the safety features, this car does not feel memorable at all. That is my final verdict about this car. Again, it's different from every other thing. It's not luxury, it's not sporty. It's just the basic commuter car that you would expect your neighbor's wife to have. Whether that be a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway, this has been Morty in the 2023 Nissan Qashqai SV with all-wheel drive. Take care guys and enjoy life. Peace.